Okay, I just have some thoughts about the Trump administration and artificial intelligence. You know, there was a divorce a few weeks ago between, I think it happened like more around a month ago. Uh, an AI company that was contracted with the War Department and the Pentagon got the sack, and there's this divorce between the Trump administration and a company they had hired to build AI weapons. And what the dispute was over was that this company, they didn't want to have autonomous AI weapons. In other words, they didn't want their computer program to actually decide what targets the Pentagon gets to kill. They wanted human verification. And the Trump administration just got really mad. They canceled the security clearances of everyone in the company, and they lost their federal contracts. ChatGPT stepped in. Okay, so that should tell you where ChatGPT stands in all of this. They stepped in, and Sam Altman, he said, "We'll design your weapons." So now ChatGPT is designing AI weapons along with Palantir. Palantir, the company that J.D. Vance was affiliated with, Peter Thiel's company. And they're very open about the fact that these AI weapons they're developing, the computers themselves decide which targets to take out. So if somebody's going to a certain mosque and they have these certain acquaintances and they wear a certain kind of beard, the computer program decides that they're going to be a terrorist and they could be taken out. And this is actually something that has happened in Iran. Last year, in June, the 12-day war, you know, Iran was participating in all the requirements for international monitoring of their civilian nuclear energy program. And part of this was putting in millions and millions of bits of data about everything connected to the Iran civilian enrichment program. Everything about who worked with it, the personal details about everybody that was involved, and it was an Israeli AI program. And that's how Israel was able to target the families and everybody that worked in these nuclear programs, because Iran had fed all this information into the computer program that the United Nations required for monitoring the peaceful nuclear program. Benjamin Netanyahu went to Washington before the 12-day war and said, look, everything's blinking red. All the indications on the computer program is that Iran is just days away from a bomb. But it's like these programs, Palantir, they decide who are the terrorists. They decide and they program it. And it's funny business. So this is the brave new world of AI weapons. There's an assumption in the case of like Palantir, there's an assumption in place about who the terrorists are. And it doesn't, that's the thing about AI, it doesn't challenge the fundamental assumptions. It's very weak or completely incapable of looking at how different disciplines and different fields relate in an interdisciplinary way. That's something that humans have to do. And so whoever is controlling these computer programs controls the output. And that's why Iran has to turn off the internet. They're saying that, Iran is censoring its people because now the war started, they turned off the internet. They turned off the internet because Israel is hacking into the phones of the Iranians to see where they are and get real-time GPS data and drop drones on their cars and on their houses. If Israel can hack into pagers do you think they can hack into cameras? And they absolutely do.